they're fighting a terrorist organization. And then just recently, I was on Instagram and I'm swiping Instagram and I see a video of kids that looked like they were in the middle of a bomb and they were running and doing all this. And I looked at it and I said, dang, that looks awful fake. How did they set the camera up? And the camera knew exactly where the bomb was going to be dropped, but nobody else did. Either the cameraman somehow have intuition, he's a prophet, or they filming it and not telling the people that they're getting blown up, or it's all a farce. And then Stella, I said, okay, that's one video. You know, everybody got a fake video every. For 15 minutes straight, asked my wife, I'm going through every video because it began to feed me
Mhm.
more and more videos. They were all fake.
Yes.
I hadn't seen one
Mhm.
real video and I lost my mind. I said, I gotta say something about this.
Well, by the way, I had so many things as you're talking. So those buildings that blow up, and you see a lot of those buildings. By the way, a lot of those buildings are booby trapped by Hamas. They've blown up a lot of those buildings. That we don't talk about that. We see that Gaza like there's no buildings. A lot of those buildings booby trapped, and Hamas takes them down. That's why you see those images. Um, I recently had a conversation with a hostage, okay, who was in Gaza for more than 300 days. And I asked him, by the way, he was stolen from a music festival. Imagine just being stolen. He said he was hiding, hiding, and a Hamas terrorist noticed he was moving, and he took him. He said, if you want to live, you got to come with me. And they took him, and they put him on the back of a truck. As he's driving away, he sees all his friends are dead. Okay, so
Mm.
okay, he's in his 20s. Okay, he says they drive into Gaza. So I asked him before he told me the story. I said, "Are there any innocent Palestinians in Gaza? How do you feel?" He said, "Let me tell you. When we drove into Gaza, there were so many celebrations. It's like I've never seen anything like this in my life." He said innocent people were trying to steal me off the back of the truck because they wanted to lynch me. The Hamas terrorists had to shoot at him because they knew they needed me as a pawn, okay? So Hamas needed me and could have killed me at any given point. These innocent people wanted to just kill me. Okay, then he said, this was the guy, do you remember the rescue mission where the IDF went in and rescued three
Yep.
people? Okay, that this was one of them. He said that he was moved from building to house, and they would put him in a hijab and they would just move him around because they didn't want people to know or steal him, okay? He said that they would be like in an apartment building and they could hear the neighbors upstairs. He's like, if I could hear them, they could hear me. He said we would whisper because he was with two other guys, and we tried not to let them hear that it was Hebrew because we were afraid that these innocent Palestinians would want to steal us and lynch us. At least these terrorists, we had a chance getting out in some kind of negotiation.
That is, when you say these things, it speaks to the terrible PR from Israel. Like, I do not understand who is trying to control PR. I don't understand why Benjamin Netanyahu didn't release the footage to the public. You can blur it out, right? So people's faces aren't in it. But I wish they would have released the footage and made it available and spent money to push it out
I
into
agree.
the
You know what
it's
it was
so people
about
can see it.
In Judaism? It was about respecting the families. That's what it was all about.
Mm.
Because I had this conversation too. Because I saw that 45-minute video myself. It was like I basically did it for my community where we organized it with politicians, lawmakers, just to let them know, like, hey guys, like this is what really happened. And but I'm with you.